Good evening. We begin with the economy in crisis.
Well, borrowers are being cautious and banks are being even more cautious.
As we turn now to the Sunshine State, which has been particularly hard hit by the recession, it's facing its worst unemployment rate since 1976, with nearly 1 in 10 people out of work.
It's estimated that updating all the nation's infrastructure would cost $1.6 trillion.
We are at a time of need, and to do nothing certainly is not acceptable.
It's a plan that will save or create 3 to 4 million jobs over the next few years. It's one that will invest in our most important priorities, like energy and education, healthcare, and a new infrastructure that are necessary to keep us strong and competitive in the 21st century.
Leon County stands ready in its efforts to improve infrastructure and stimulate the local economy by creating jobs through federal and local stimulus projects. What you will see in this video is the strategic, deliberate, and collaborative approach led by your Leon County government in anticipation of and response to the 2009 American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. Your county commission has been hard at work organizing regional meetings since January 2009 with officials in various leadership positions in our region to examine federal funding opportunities through the economic stimulus package.
You know, we're in a period of time when there is an unprecedented amount of money that's going to flow through the system from the federal government down to the state level and down to the local level. And we tried to figure out early on, how do we separate ourselves from the crowd and how do we put our best foot forward? And we realized that together we are a lot stronger than we're ever going to be as individuals. So 14 different governmental entities, Leon County, Wakulla County, Jefferson County, Gadsden County, Florida State, Florida A&M, TCC, the cities of Tallahassee, Quincy, Midway, every city in the 4-county area got together and put a package of, with a lot of work and a lot of kind of background effort, $1.1 billion of complete shovel-ready projects and 16,000 jobs. And what this allows us to do now is, as the asks go forward, we're as a region operating as opposed to individuals. And we have met with the governor, we've flown to DC. We find ourselves in a much more negotiable position than most of the other peer groups around. And at the end of the day, what will happen is we'll put people to work. And at the end of the day, that's what we're hoping to accomplish, and we want to make sure we stimulate the economy.
We established a quick response team made up of different departments and areas of expertise to determine the stimulus program that the county is qualified to participate in.
There have been some early successes for local shovel-ready projects as a result of the federal stimulus package. To date, $8.1 million in stimulus funds have been dedicated for area road improvements, including the much-needed upgrade of Capitol Circle Southeast between Woodville Highway and Crawfordville Road.
We're standing right here today on a 2-lane section of Capitol Circle that the stimulus funds will be used. There's already been $4.7 million set aside to be used to 4-lane this section, or actually to 7-lane this section of Capitol Circle.
Over $1.8 million has been awarded for 5 different sidewalk and intersection improvements throughout Leon County. These projects will provide safer modes of travel for both drivers and pedestrians. A great example of local governments working together can be seen through the recent grant application submitted by Leon County on behalf of the Leon County School Board.
Without the county and the school system working together, we wouldn't have been able to apply for a grant for our compressed natural gas facility. This is a perfect example of what can happen when local governments work together.
Leon County has been working with the Economic Development Council on the ARRA Recovery Zone Facility Bonds. These bonds will allow private businesses to access tax-exempt financing to grow businesses locally.
So governments are working together in a spirit that is fun to watch and great to be a part of. And I think it's a way that we can help stimulate some projects in areas of our community sooner than they would be otherwise.
Other ongoing efforts include joint county-city grant applications for the Justice Assistance Grants, also known as JAG grants, for law enforcement equipment.
It would allow us to be able to put mobile data terminals in the Leon County Sheriff and Tallahassee Police Department squad cars, which is a boon to the officers on the beat. Also, it allows us to hire specialists to keep track of the offenders who are wearing ankle bracelets with a GPS system. This will make the community safer, and that we know where these people are at any given moment, and when they're out of the parameters they're supposed to be in, we go get them.
For county libraries and community centers, the Quick Response Team is actively searching for stimulus funds to provide additional computers and broadband connections, which are in high demand in a poor economic climate. But not all of the county's economic stimulus efforts are federally driven. During the County Commission's June 2009 budget workshop, the board placed an emphasis on capital improvements that would create local jobs without increasing the tax rate. Investing in capital improvements while construction costs are down allows the county to maximize its investment in local infrastructure. To assist these efforts, the board set aside $3.5 million in local matching funds to leverage future stimulus opportunities. Examples of capital improvements include the expansion of 3 branch libraries and the construction of 2 new branch libraries.
We'll be building a Woodville branch library onto the Woodville Community Center, making a wonderful joint use facility for the people in Woodville. In the northwest section, we're going to be expanding the Lake Jackson Library using a $500,000 state construction grant. On the east side, we'll be building a brand new library to replace the Parkway branch. It will be energy efficient and will meet LEED standards.
The County Commission also set aside funding for enhancements to nearby Buck Lake Road. These enhancements from Davis Drive to Pedrick Road will include bike lanes and sidewalks for better pedestrian access to the new East Side Branch Library and area neighborhoods. Over the past year, as the national and local economies have declined, the County Commission has implemented specific policy and regulatory initiatives designed to stimulate the economy and encourage business development.
The County Commission understands that in addition to funding, the county can positively impact job creation and economic growth by creating a more business-friendly climate. The Commission in recent months has adopted several policy initiatives towards this end.
In September 2008, County Commissioners waived permit fees for the extension of growth and environmental management permits. This allows shovel-ready development projects to remain valid, helping projects in progress stay in progress. As local governments continue to streamline their budgets during this economic downturn, Leon County will continue to partner with community leaders to ensure that our region is best positioned to take full advantage of this historic opportunity. These ongoing efforts will promote continued investment in the local economy to create jobs and serve as a bridge towards economic recovery.